Hello in UK, I'm Gaëlle, the founder of Frankie Shop, and welcome to our home. So this is, I would say, our Parisian nest. I call it a nest because of the light and because of the fact that we are quite high, so above the rooftops of Paris. We love it because obviously the light is fantastic. You have windows in the front, windows in the back, and it's quite airy and cozy. So this is the living room. As you will see around the house, it's a lot of design from the 50s, 60s, where everything was a bit more simpler and soft, and more important, it was functional. For example, you have this table. This is by Willy Rizzo, and he designed this table thinking about hospitality, really, because you're supposed to put the bottles of wine here, the glasses on the side, so everything is handy, and it's just the art of like hosting, I would say. And same thing for this rug. Obviously, it's from Morocco, and it's also kind of to remind us of travel, but also you can sit on the floor. It's cozy. The couches in this house have been a complicated story. It's like we've been dating many different couches, and this one is by Tito Agnelli from Outflex. It's technically a corner piece, so you have more models that are supposed to come on that side. We are all musicians in this house, even though we don't practice as much as I would like to. These are vintage guitars that my partner used to play quite a lot, and we do some jams with my son now, so you see a very fancy plastic guitar. So they play together, it's very cute. You have, it's a lot of vintage as well. You have a vintage radio, vintage speakers, vintage amps, so I guess we might be a bit nostalgic of everything that's from the past. I'm lucky. My boyfriend is an art gallerist, so it means I have access to quite amazing artwork. And this piece is a circular piece by an artist called Munir Fatmi. That's all made of telephone cables. So it's basically to reflect on the world being completely wired, but it's also part of the Quran. So somehow it's God connected to us and to the new world. This is definitely our my favorite room is family room, and to be honest, it's never so tidy. You will normally see toys around, so it's the first time I see my desk so clean, I have to say. So yeah, this piece is, we were really lucky because we found a Danish furniture that fits perfectly, like all the shelves, it just fit like to the dots with this part of the wall, which we were not sure what to put in. So this is the perfect place for like objects that we love. Some with like no meaning, like literally this is a postcard, like some old photo mats of my boyfriend and I. Like it's a perfect room for family photo, obviously, and some artwork and again a lot of vintage pieces, I would say. So my advice to decorate your home is actually to try not to decorate so much and just to keep it simple and just gather pieces, purchase things that you fall in love with along the way throughout your life. Don't force yourself to overdo it. Keep it simple, don't stage things, and it's okay if you have toys all around. It's your home and you need to make it yours. So I could have showed you our bedrooms, but frankly, they're not very interesting. It's really a bed and one frame, one picture frame, but I'm going to show you this part of the room. My dressing. Ta-da! This is kind of my place to just dress up, obviously, in the morning. I usually have clothes all over the place, shoes on the floor, clothes on the sofa, and I'm a big boxes lover. Don't ask me why. I love packaging. You will see the house is quite neutral, but we have pop-up colors here and there, and I obviously use these boxes for that. What you need to understand about me and about Frankie somehow is that we love things that are not too perfect. It's very much like done and undone at the same time. So we could have put the books like in a very organized bookshelf, but we didn't want to do that. I think one of the reasons that Frankie Shop hopefully is loved by a lot of people is I hope we're giving tools to women to dress up in the morning, you know, like she's usually a woman on the go, she works hard, she has kids, she doesn't have a driver. So what is it that you wear every day to just really work with your lifestyle? A blazer will take you a long way, okay? I have a lot of them in different shape, in different pattern, stripes, gingham, velvet, wool, satin oversized blazer as well. One of Frankie's original blazer, which I think I should bring back. I think the Frankie Shop kind of matches my interior because it's about not trying too hard. It's to provide like kind of functionality as well. It's very much about what do you do to not complicate your life, to not clutter it with items that are not really necessary. So a good trench, a good blazer, a good t-shirt, shoulder pads, no shoulder pads, heels, but mostly flats. So that's very much how it's aligned with my interior. So this technically is the organized side of my closet, but let's face it, normally you have like 15 more blazers and trenches like fighting each other. Some of these clothes reflects moment I was pregnant or like great parties. So I just like to keep them, but yeah, maybe it's time for Marie Kondo to just come over and help me organize this. Now let's go to the dining room, shall we? A lot of the things that we purchase for this house have very minimal feet situation. The table is a Saarinen table and it's just 1 foot. The chairs also are matching, it's 1 foot. These knolls have just 1 foot. So everything is kind of suspended. This table is actually perfect to host dinner with friends and families. The oval shape is just perfect for entertaining because nobody feels left out. Everybody can see each other, so it can get a little crowded sometimes. We just had stools, but it's just friendly and easy. There's not so much color, but there are pop-up colors, of course. You have it with the artwork, you have it with sunflower, with mimosa, obviously. So mix match is definitely important here. You also have these bowls, very curated and placed above a super ultra vintage radio that I don't think even works. But the contrast between the two is what I think is interesting and fun. So I'm going to show you the kitchen, but before you should check those like hidden closet situation. I mean, how cool is this? No one sees this. Even me, when I first got here, I was like, wow. So this is the secret, guys. Whenever you redo your apartment, just remember to have hidden closets. Obviously the kitchen, it's a very long hallway, so there's only so much you can do here, but it's a great place for my child and my boyfriend to kind of like cook. And yes, as you see, I didn't include myself in the picture. What I do best in the kitchen is basically have a glass of wine and watch them cook for me. I'm not gonna lie about this. I am not a fantastic cook. I can do it for my son, but for me it will basically be like an instant soup, for example, or a salad. But still, we have this for him. So he climbs on it and then they start prepping food, carrots, whatever it is. So it's just a family place. So this kitchen we designed to match the rest of the apartment. You will see that these closets have been basically they look very similar to the one that we have in the living room. So again, it's only kind of black and white with the touch of color. But also I have some very functional, few fun things here. Obviously, if there's no more electricity one day, this will come handy. I love this. This is one of my favorite objects in the house. We love a good espresso, and Italians do it better. Let's just not lie about that. And these little pots I just brought back from Alessi. This is Ettore Scola Alessi. I love Memphis design furniture and objects. I think they add the perfect touch of pop in your house. Obviously the Frankie Shop glass bottle, because why not? The only added piece of furniture really in this kitchen is this USM module that's technically for office, but we decided to use it in the kitchen just because it just looked completely misplaced, and that's what's nice about it. Don't forget, when you travel, always try to grab something or like a souvenir or buy something that will give you memory of this place, and this is really what you will see around our house as well. I mean, for example, sadly, this is almost the last thing I have that's left from my New York apartment after 25 years there. I got those in Indonesia, and this is a little like pichet for wine that comes from Greece. Obviously, it's a place we love. This is for Parmesan cheese, so there we are. And this is the cookbook of really amazing place if we go to Marrakesh. It's La Famille Marrakesh, a restaurant that's like unbelievable. So please go there if you have a chance. On this side, you will find sadly the little things that I bought for my son that don't fit him, but I don't want to put away with. So these are like super cute little mouse loafer. And then this bottle is from Cameron Platter, a South African artist. One of the great things about being on the top floor and also about this place, it's the fact that we have balconies all around. So on the right side where you see a little bit of the Eiffel Tower, but also on that side, the view of the rooftop of Paris, just like in Ratatouille. Here we are. So it's very noisy, but you can see the Sacré-Cœur over there. It's just beautiful, and it's a nice day, nice blue sky. Thank you, ELLE UK, for visiting our home. I hope you liked it, and I hope you can find some of the things we talked about useful for yours. And unfortunately, I have to go to work, so I'm sorry I have to go. Bye!